feel
Yeah.
like I look like a hip hop, a
You
hippie.
do. And you have big glasses, so you do. It's giving Curtis Blow. It's given.
My name era is 1980s, and my name is
Yeah.
all the niggas is. This is where I want to be. Something like that.
It's
I'm not
given
a
Run
rapper.
DMC.
Yes,
It's
hippie hop
given.
hop,
It's given all
pump
that.
it up. Don't you stop. Raise the roof. Get it hot. They ho.
Oh.
It said ho.
Oh God.
That's what it be sounding like.
Mm.
Rap has evolved so much from then to now. It's like that's crazy.
Yeah, niggas is really like not rapping on beat. The only rapper that I actually like be bopping to a little bit who don't rap on beat is Boss Man D-Lo.
And I don't know
No?
who that is.
Okay. I've heard a
And
couple of
I
his songs and he's featured on a few things and I'll be like, okay.
and I don't know who that is. But
I think he's from Florida. So you might want to check him out.
no,
I'm just saying. Like
no,
but
no.
like I'm not downloading any of his stuff, but if it comes on a playlist, I'm like, okay, I can get with this
Like you
brother. You know
rocking
what I'm
with
saying?
it for sure,
Yeah. He's
for
on my
sure.
boo Bryson Tiller's new album, and I'm like, okay.
Okay,
Oh, that's right. Bryson Tiller is my new boo. I don't think I told you that.
I this is news to me. Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing of this. So
Listen, he
yes.
opened up for Chris Brown, and I did not know his. I didn't know he had it like that. He came on and said, "I said,
Oh, and
Bryson
so
always
you've
been
been
like this." Like,
rocking with it since then.
I mean, I've been a fan. I've been a fan of
Hmm.
Bryson since Trap Soul came out. But I
Isn't
never
he
saw
the?
him.
Is he the don't?
Yes,
Oh,
So I've been rocking with him since then.
mm-hmm,
But I never saw
mm-hmm.
him perform live. He came out. I was like,
Yeah, yeah,
it's always been
yeah.
like this for Bryson. Like, well, I'm late to the party. Like,
Right,
what's going on?
right,
And
right.
someone was like, "You kind of late to the party when it comes." I was like, I like his music. I think he cool, whatever. So,
Come on,
but that's my
Bryson.
new boo. He not taking over Luke James, of course, but you know,
I wish you would let it. Luke James ain't ever. He's not. The only time he's singing again at this point is if it's a tribute. Okay, that man is acting now.
well, The Shy is getting ready to go off. Like, there's no more seasons after this
Hmm.
one, so he has
You
plenty
ever
of
that?
time.
Didn't that man just do like a little mini spooky series, which I do want to watch because they said he did really good in that role.
He did.
What was
I'm
the
not
name of
gonna
that? I'm to look it up because it's spooky
say.
season. They.
Yeah,
I
I ain't
I
gonna front.
love
I was
spooky season.
like,
You was scared.
yeah, he plays.
They said he did a really
So
good job. Yeah, girl. He said I'm actually not singing. I'm actually here to be an actor, a thespian, a
I feel
thespian.
like you can do both.
He said, no.
Because, if Jill Scott can do it, so can him. So can he.
Sure.
So
Yes.
can him.
No, I with you. I was with you. What are you about to
Speaking
say?
of Jill Scott, I know that there's another Why Did I Get Married coming out whenever. And yeah.
It is?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I did tag Tyler Perry in a thought on Twitter
Oh.
that I know for a fact that Diane and his character
Hmm.
better not still be together. Okay? Because they were the most
Oh
toxic
no.
couple of all. All right?
I had I have to rewatch the second one because I don't really remember that much from the second one. But
Yeah, other than Gavin dying, which was
yeah,
unnecessary.
that shit
But
was crazy.
Diane and Tyler Perry's character, they better not be together.
Wait,
For real.
Gavin doesn't die in the first one?
No, the second one.
See, I have to rewatch them all now because now I'm getting them mixed up. Oh
Yeah, the second
snap!
one. It was unnecessary. Like Patricia, all of a sudden, like I didn't know you blamed me. Who else I'm supposed to blame? Our child died and you were driving. Who I'm supposed to blame? I'm just saying. Would you who else was to blame? The weather? No, bitch. You ain't strapping
Oh,
in.
spoiler.
Oh yeah. Sorry, like
Just in case.
that used to baffle me. Like, I didn't know you blamed me for it. Of course I did. Of course I did.
Well,
Like,
but if he didn't vocalize that, you got me siding with a man. But if he didn't vocalize that, how would she know?
I just think that was just straight up narcissism to actually think that your husband did not blame you for the death of your child when no one else was around but you. And your sole responsibility as that child's mother is to make sure that he is strapped in and safely secured in the backseat of a car. So you just threw the kid in there. And I'm supposed to blame who?
Dang.
Oh, not to mention it was raining, so you already knew the vibes.
It was raining.
Yeah.
It was
So,
also another spoiler.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yes, I did blame you. Correct. Get over it.
Damn.
Sorry.
Damn. You know what? I think we should just go ahead and start the show on that one.
Let's do that. Let's do
Yeah,
that. Let's
yeah.
do that.
Hey guys,
Hey everyone.
what it do, baby?
What's poppin'?
I'm your girl Sierra T,
And I'm your girl Sharelle B.
and this is Hair Wraps and Lipsticks, the podcast.
Where we wrap the culture up in color.
Yes, ma'am.
We were kind of colorful today. You got the blue on, the white. I got purple on.
Yeah,
All
you
this
know.
up here.
Yeah, lots of
Are
things.
you now a
Lots-
baseball fan?
I mean, the Phillies were in the whatever
The World
it is.
Series?
Thank you.
Got
Yep.
it.
So, you know, I'm a Philadelphia fan. If the Flyers was doing well, I'd have Flyers merch on as well. You know,
feel
I'm from Philly. I just, you know, go team.
I feel that.
Sports.
I wish I could do that for New York, but I just
You
I
could.
can't.
Y'all got the New York Rangers. Y'all got the New York Jets. The New York, what's the Giants? Y'all got. In some cases, you got the Buffalo Bills, which I heard is a pretty good team right now.
Yeah, I just married to a Vikings fan, so I can't really cheer for anybody else.
You absolutely can.
I will
My-
cheer
my-
for the Jets because they got a black coach.
My mom is an Eagles fan, and my stepdad is a Giants fan. So this house is divided.
Wow.
Yeah, it's rough in here. Yeah, it's rough up in here.
Anyways.
Yeah. So yeah, episode 29 in the building. How y'all doing? You know, new day,
Yeah.
same shit.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's one of those weeks.
It's one of those.
It's one of those weeks.
No, do we have any announcements?
We can make that next week because I have to
Okay.
wrap my head around it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no announcements. With that being said, sis, what can you wrap your head around?
I can't wrap my head around. Mine is very simple. The fact that Aggies will be celebrating its 100th GHO in 2026. It's going to be lit. But also, I cannot wrap my head around the fact that the class of 2011 will be turning 15. That is insane.
I also saw that.
And I am ultimately very excited about it, but it's like, damn.
Oh, that's your class. You are a class of 2011, right?
I am class of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
where did the time go? I also can't wrap my head around the fact that I'm seeing, I know GHO is like, everybody wants to be, often imitated, never
duplicated. Right.
And it's just like, people are like, I don't understand how you over 30 still going to homecoming. And
that
I'm
was
like,
all over my Facebook page this weekend. I was like, ooh.
yeah. And that goes for any homecoming, any HBCU, any homecoming. Like, the point is called homecoming.
Yeah.
Home. So those that are alum of that institution are able to come home for that one weekend and just kind of relive their glory days.
Mm-hmm.
Those students that are already there, like y'all are home, but y'all already live there. You know what I'm saying?
It's not called a home staying.
Correct. And it's like, I find it interesting that even, it's like people, you never even went to an HBCU barely a community college, and talking about homecoming.
Oh,
Like,
clock it.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Yes,
homecoming is for alum. That is the point of it. So
absolutely.
I just can't wrap my head around the narrative and the conversation that we have to have about this every year.
Yeah. I don't know what makes the students, the current enrolled students, think that homecoming is for them. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The concert is for y'all. I'll say that. That's about it.
Oh, yeah, you would. I was just
Concert, the
about done.
game.
The senior year. I was just about done with going to concerts at that point for homecoming. I was like, I think I've aged out of this. Yeah,
Yeah, I
for
can't
sure.
remember. Yeah, I think that's the last homecoming I went to was my last one in my senior year.
Yeah.
So, but other than that, I plan on being there next year. I got to get my hotel and stuff now.
Yeah, you
Because
do.
I just think it's gonna be a good time. I really do.
I If I could do something with the journalism department, which I would love to, then I'll
Yeah,
come through. But I'm not, you know me. I'm not really a stand around. Like what's the
I
fucking
feel
point?
that.
You know me. You know I'm like, all right, like,
No,
are we
I
just
do.
like, love y'all? Catch me on Facebook.
I was like, I text some of my friends of this, like, I would love for us to do like a tailgate because I'm like
Yeah,
you. Once I get to a spot, I'm not moving.
right. I'm
So
not. Yeah,
whoever I
yeah.
see is who I see. Outside of that, I can't help you.
Hit me
So
up with the tailgate. I can donate some cash or whatever.
you know what I'm
That would give me
saying?
more incentive to come.
I
But
feel that.
other than, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
So,
I do. I do. So that's why I can't wrap my head around. I was just like, y'all real bold. And I think, we can have that conversation again in 5 years once now y'all are alumni and you understand. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be annoyed that like the students are out here. But I
yeah.
will say I did see a little bit of banter, for all my alum. Now y'all are aunties and unks. Stop judging what the young folks is wearing. I was seeing a few things. I was like, leave them alone. Because you too
I mean,
once wore a skirt up your ass.
yeah,
Okay? So
yeah.
just
It,
remember.
it wasn't, yeah. Our generation is also not safe. They definitely wore some questionable
Yeah. So like,
clothing choices for sure.
leave them alone. They'll
For
learn.
sure.
And some of y'all alumni still went around here with, your pants falling down. So
Yep.
let's keep it cute. That's
Let's
all. I was
keep it
like,
cute
oh,
indeed.
I don't want the auntie unk. And you on here talking like an auntie or unk. So you know what I'm saying?
Right. It is what it is. It
But
is what
yeah.
it is.
What can't you wrap
So,
your head around? What happened?
okay. So, you know the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, One
Yes,
Battle
I want to
After.
see it. Oh.
You. Hmm. So anyway, we watched it in here on the bootleg. Don't tell anybody. I got the bootleg. I don't
Right,
know.
right.
I don't know what it is with older black men and the pipeline to having all of that shit on their fire stick. Like, what is the?
James got a ghetto app too? He got a
Yo,
ghetto app?
every
Okay.
black man I know that's like 55 plus, they know how to set that. I don't know. It's taking you. That's the real crack epidemic now.
Yeah.
Not crack. Black men and fire sticks. It needs to be a study.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Anyway, so we watched it this weekend, and first of all, it's long for no reason. It don't need to be. It's almost 3 hours long.
I don't know what it is with Leonardo DiCaprio films. They're always over 2.5 hours. It
Right.
never fails.
So I'm going to give you the basis of this. Basically, in the beginning, there's Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor. They're revolutionaries. They're fooling around. She gets pregnant, okay? But she also ends up fooling around with another white man in the movie. Later on in the movie, this white man wants to join this racist white supremacist organization, and they ask him, "Do you have any biracial children?" And he goes about thinking that the baby that Leonardo DiCaprio and Tiana Taylor have is his, and he is trying to kill her. He's trying to find her so he can kill her. Nonetheless, the first 30 to 45 minutes of this movie portrays black women in a way that made my entire ass itch. I didn't like it, and if you go to see it or if you bootleg it or whatever, you'll see what I'm saying. Tiana Taylor her character is very overtly sexual, and like, and it is not. It's not a good look. It is like, even like there, I'm leaving out stuff so I don't give too much of the movie away. But there's also like other situations that happen in the beginning of that film that left a nasty, very very nasty taste in my mouth, and I did not like it. And I've been flabbergasted because there have been so many of like my white counterparts saying like, oh, this is the movie of the year, and I'm like, that's, first of all, Sinners. Don't fucking play with me. Sinners is the movie of the year.
Yeah,
okay?
When are the Oscar nominations coming out? We got 30 minutes.
30 minutes. But like, so like, I'm trying to understand, like, people are like, oh, this movie is so great. It really talks about being a revolutionary and, you know, what it's like. And I'm like, for me, it leaned a little bit, if we're going to talk about revolutionaries, it leaned way too much of like a white man writing a revolutionary movie, which is what it is. And so there's that. Didn't like it. I'm very interested to know if anybody else who listening has watched it, and like, what are y'all thoughts? Because I did not like that. I didn't like I didn't like it.
I got a free ticket for something, like Regal sent me like a free ticket, I guess. I don't know. So, and I was going to use it to go see it. So,
I mean, if you go see it, you got a free ticket. If you go see it,
because I have been wanting to see it. I was like, oh, I want to see this. You know, I was happy that my girl Tiana's in a, you know. But,
yeah.
Okay.
You know, if you want to, I mean, you know, I say, you know, judge it for yourself. But as for me, I did not like the first half of that movie. And it just, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't fucking like it. Yeah,
that's fair. So. Like, did you not like it the way you don't like Queen and Slim?
You know, I feel very strongly about that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, because, like, your Queen and Slim is on a 10.
No, only because, well,
damn,
it's not as close. It's not as close, but I'm finding it. I'm doing my best, sis. I don't know.
That's real, like.
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh God, that's funny.
I would say not as much, but again, no, because no, I still hate Queen and Slim is the bane of my existence.
I'm on your side.
So no, I don't think there's anything that could ever overtake how passionate I feel about Queen and Slim. So no, I'm gonna say no.
That's how I feel about that movie, Weapons. Like,
damn. And so many people said it was good.
That movie, I want my money back.
Damn.
And my time.
Damn.
Run me back 2
hours. Sidebar. Did you see the preview for Strangers 3?
No.
There's going to be other Strangers 3. Yeah. I thought about you when I saw it. Well, I forgot when I saw the preview, but yes.
We're on this. We're going to stay on the Strangers train. I might just watch Strangers on Friday because it is spooky season. I'm trying to figure out what movie. We always have like a little fright night at my parents' house because, you know, my mom be like this. Yeah. And I think I want to watch, what is it, Black Phone?
Okay. James watched it, said it was horrible. But I don't know because that trailer for the second one looks good. So
Facts. I don't know. I got to figure out which one we're going to watch. I know me and Brandon are going to watch Smile 2 because the first Smile was real good.
I haven't seen it.
That was good. Smile was good.
I haven't seen it, but I need to check it out. So,
that was good. After you watch Hocus Pocus. Anyway,
please don't piss me off. Let's jump into the show. Sis is gonna be our producer. She's hitting the topics this week. She got all the tea. Sis,
hold on. This is gonna be my news music. Y'all hear my news music?
Yeah. It's so good. Wow. Highly produced music. It's so good.
It was a combination of ABC World Nightly News with David Muir and the news music from Anchorman.
Oh, okay. Well, hope we don't get copyright stricken.
I just, that's an original mix. So, anyways, Speaking of ABC News, ABC News was all up in the news this week after a very interesting interview with Vice President J.D. Vance and former veteran journalist and former White House press secretary George Stephanopoulos, who single-handedly basically told J.D. Vance, "You ain't about to get up here with these lies."
Did you?
Here's what happened.
You did. Oh. Keep talking so I can pull it up. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. So JD Vance has been going on like a little media tour, just kind of talking about a bunch of things. Obviously, the government shut down. We are now in day 16 of the government shutdown, while we are dealing with toddlers in the White House saying we're blaming Democrats, we're blaming Republicans, instead of them coming together for the greater good of the American people, regardless of who they voted for. And yeah, but there's a lot of things that have been going on behind the scenes. And this topic that George Stephanopoulos was talking to the vice president about was all about the $50,000 that our border czar, Tom Hooman, took. It's on audio of him admitting to this. This is what J.D. Vance had to say about that.
The White House border czar Tom Homan was recorded on an FBI surveillance tape in September 2024, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money or give it back?
George, you've covered the story ad nauseum. Tom Homan did not take a bribe. It's a ridiculous smear. And the reason you guys are going after Tom Homan so aggressively is because he's doing the job of enforcing the law. I think it's really preposterous. I know Tom. I think that he's a good man. He gets death threats. He gets attacked. He gets constantly threatened by people because he has the audacity to want to enforce the country's immigration laws. I think that it would be a much more interesting story about why is it that Tom Homan, who is simply enforcing Americans' immigration laws, is getting constantly harassed and threatened to the point of death threats. That's a much more interesting question that I think journalists should focus on. We can agree to disagree on that question.
Well, wait, you said he didn't take a bribe, but I'm not sure you answered the question. Are you saying that he did not accept the $50,000?
George, this story has been covered ad nauseum. He did not take a bribe. Did he accept $50,000? I'm sure that in the course of Tom Homan's life, he has been paid more than $50,000 for services. The question is, did he do something illegal? And there's absolutely no evidence that Tom Homan has ever taken a bribe or done anything illegal, which is why he's working in the administration.
I'm asking you, did he accept the $50,000 that was caught on the surveillance tape? Did he accept that $50,000 or not?
George, I don't know what you're talking about. Did he accept $50,000 for what?
He was recorded on an audio tape in September 2024, an FBI surveillance tape, accepting $50,000 in cash. Did he keep that money?
Accepting $50,000 for doing what, George? I'm not even sure I understand the question. Is it a crime? Even the far left media like yourself. So I'm actually not sure what the precise question is. Did he accept $50,000? Honestly, George, I don't know the answer to that question. What I do know is that he didn't violate a crime.
So you don't, what was caught on the tape, you're saying right now you don't know whether or not he kept that money?
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You're focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going down some weird left-wing rabbit hole where the facts clearly show that Tom Homan didn't engage in any criminal wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No,
Illinois
George,
Governor
I
J.D.
said that I
Pritzker
don't.
is up next. We'll be right back.
First of all, this is my first time seeing this clip. This is my first time seeing this clip. Oh, shit.
Honestly, anybody who knows me knows I'm a big fan of ABC News. I'm a big fan of ABC journalists. I do like George Stephanopoulos. And I really appreciate how he handled that. Like, I asked you a simple question.
Did he take the $50,000 or not?
It's a
That's
simple
it.
question.
Yes or no? Yes or no? And he's talking about what are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, ho.
You know what I'm talking about. And it probably wouldn't have gone. I feel like George probably wouldn't have gotten upset if you didn't, take, like, he wasn't taking shots at you. He simply was asking you a question about your man's. And you decided to take shots at me.
Yeah. That is, I mean, I feel like every time we have a show now, I feel like I'm the tinfoil hat lady. That's how they all talk. They all talk like all of them.
No,
they
seriously.
all talk like that. The radical left. The government is shut down because the radical left and Chuck Schumer. Like no, like it's a very divisive language. And he's like, and this is why your channel or your programming is losing views because you're sitting here asking me for like what the like.
You're actually losing voters because those same military people that you're talking about, yeah. The fact that you even said that we're trying to figure out how we're going to pay the military, you shouldn't even have to figure that out.
Right.
But my whole thing is when it comes to, y'all know how we feel about JD Vance. We've been on his ass since 2022. Okay. Yep. I look at him. Trump is one thing. I look at JD Vance as a step up of the embarrassment of this country. Yeah. And let me tell you why. In 2016, this is before we recorded, before we were curated. He called the president of the United States at the time, who was President Donald J. Trump, America's Hitler. Was one of his biggest critics. And now you are his right-hand man. That's, like we was talking about the Joe Budden podcast, that is some sucker shit. I have absolutely no respect for you. For you to call the man, you were once level-headed. And now the person that you were calling, that you once referred to as America's Hitler, you are literally pushing all his policies, especially against alleged illegal immigrants. And your wife, your family, is a part of that attacked demographic. I have absolutely no respect for you or the mascara and eyeliner that you wear. I have no respect. And then for you to get on all types of platforms and just spout ridiculous rhetoric without any known facts. But the one fact that we do have is that you once were against the man that you call your boss.
We have actual receipts.
Like, we have receipts about it.
Yes.
We have receipts. Like, it's not like you were trying to deny that Tom Hooman was recorded taking a bribe. You can't deny that on camera, and that was an audio recording. We actually could see you saying, "Oh yeah, Trump's America's Hitler.
Yeah,
he's no good for this country." ABCXYZ.
Look at what that money make a bitch do.
And now you are the vice president of the United States. Not to mention, with very little experience, you were only a senator for what, one term? But have the nerve to talk about Kamala Harris? I'm sorry.
I really would like more journalists to start cutting these people off like that. Like, wrap it up. And I know that George has like a little more
class
or cred, where he's able to tell his producers, or like basically, like, I think, first of all, I love how like everybody in that room was on the same accord, because when he said thank you for your time, he wrapped, like, clearly that was supposed to be a longer interview.
Yeah. I'm
He
not about
wrapped
to
it
sit
up.
here and listen to you just
And the producers
lie.
were back there also. But the producers were also back there, like they were all in the same accord with that. Love that. And I think like I want more stuff like that to happen. Cut these
Yeah,
people
because
off.
at the end of the day, yes, you are the vice president of the United States, and it was a respectable title to hold. But when I'm asking you a simple question, instead of you going above and beyond, all you had to say was, George, I don't really want to talk about that. What I would want to talk about is ABC XYZ. That's
Right.
that's what a leader does.
Yeah.
That's what a real leader does. What were to happen if he were to become the president of the United States? God forbid something were to happen to our current president and he was left in charge. You're going to be asked questions. And what you're not going to do, what you can't do is just kind of take the baton from the current president and just not answer questions. All you have to, like, you have no media training. All you had to do is be like, I'm not going to talk about that. If it was on audio, whatever, but I really don't know anything about it outside of what you already know. What I want to talk about is why we're still in the shutdown, why this. And even with that, like you blaming Senator Chuck Schumer and the Democrats, it's mind-boggling to me because don't the Republicans have control of the House?
House, the Senate, and the yep. You got it. What's the other one?
So I'm confusion.
Yeah.
So how is it? I mean, granted,
Right.
it's fault on both sides. But if y'all stop acting like fucking toddlers
That's
and
never gonna happen.
stop thinking about yourselves and actually think about the people that voted for you. Like Mike Johnson was on C-SPAN. And you know, C-SPAN, they actually let people call in. And people were high-key telling him off. Like, one lady straight up called him a liar. She was like, that's a lie. So, next. That's a lie. And he was like, no, it's not a lie. It is. It's a lie. And she was like, what I need you to do as our House Speaker is get some balls and make sure that the future is solidified. One lady was saying how she has a care for some disabled children and her parents. Her husband is a former military who suffers from PTSD. All people are asking you to do is extend the Affordable Care Act subsidies. That's all they ask you to do. But you have all these rich people in your pocket saying, and they don't even have affordable, they're not even on Obamacare. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
So why are you even listening to them that this doesn't even affect them?
You know, a lot of that, and I think a lot of their tactic is to cause division, confusion, frustration. That is the missing piece here. And when you say he doesn't have any media training, that's on purpose. That's on purpose.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all on purpose. And yeah, I love George Stephanopoulos for doing that. I think JD Vance is a fucking nut. He's a nut.
I do too. Like
he's a clown. He's a goof.
He's on my list with Byron Donalds. Like
That's fair.
Yeah. I wish I had.
Coward. He's a coward.
That's a good
That's
word.
the word.
I guess I just.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened? How did you get from he was once America's Hitler to then all of a sudden you're running for Ohio Senate and it's everybody else's problem that your mother suffered from addiction.
Yeah.
To
your crack mom, your crackhead mama.
Yeah.
Hashtag never forget.
Why is it everybody else's issue?
Yeah.
Speaking of cowards, I'm going to skip over one thing and go to the next because I just feel like this is a good segue. Stephen A. Smith. I know y'all probably thinking, Stephen A. Smith's not a politician. Correct.
And that is really where we should be focusing in on. But they say, shut up and dribble.
You know, sis, I had to write an article about this earlier, and I kept hearing that clip from, what's her name, Laura Ingraham, in my head. I remember it was Set Up and Dribble, Shout Up and Dribble, and how that was such a controversial time. And it was. That was a different situation. But this, I don't understand. Okay, so let's preface here. So Stephen A. Smith, the sports analyst.
Okay. The what analyst?
Sports.
So not a news analyst?
He's not a news analyst. He is not a political commentator.
Right.
He is a sports analyst and media personality, podcast host, all those things. But somehow, some way, he has segued into the political commentary space. He has a show called Straight Shooter with Stephen A. And he's been going back and forth about, I mean, he talks about Trump, he talks about Eric Adams, but his main topic for the last couple of days has been Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett of Texas. And this is what he had to say.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying, that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituents. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know, maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated. We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating. It really can be.
Sharelle.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Maybe I should have sent this to you before. Maybe I should have sent this to you before.
No. You sent it. I saw it exactly when I needed to see it. And if you are longtime listeners to the show, you know how I feel about this. Y'all know how I feel about that reaching across the aisle bullshit. It's way too late in the game for that. And of course, if Stephen A. Smith actually paid more attention to politics than he did, sports like he does because it was his job, he would know that. He would know that we are at DEFCON 1. We cannot cross the aisle anymore because the aisle has gone completely radical, completely white supremacist, completely racist, completely misogynistic, all of the things. And yet you sit on here with that fucking hairline that's receding and you're going to yell at Jasmine Crockett and tell her what she need to be doing. No, what you need to be doing is shutting the fuck up and getting back on ESPN. No one is coming to you for politics. No one's like, I wonder what Stephen A. No one's ever said that, dog. No one's ever said that shit, B.
I personally think the only people that are looking for Stephen A. Smith and his political takes are misogynistic men. Because at the end of the day, all I heard was, you need to be quiet and let men take charge. You're too outspoken. You're too loud. Yeah. You're too this. You're too that. That's what I heard out of his mouth.
Mind you, he be having his daughter on the show all the time.
And mind you, you're loud as hell. You're loud as hell all the time. So I'm trying to figure out why it's okay for you to get on a mic and yell, and it's not okay for Jasmine Crockett, because if you look at what Jasmine Crockett says when she speaks on podcasts, when she speaks on Tonight shows, when she's on social media, all of her tweets are geared towards are geared towards the betterment of what's going on right now. What I didn't hear Stephen A. Smith say, I didn't hear you say anything about the president and how he calls her an idiot and how he calls her all things but a child of God. But what she needs to do is, so what you're saying is all she does is get on Twitter and berate the president of the United States and then gets her nails done? Is that what you really think?
Sharelle, I'm so sick of... Here's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
There are too many loud-ass niggas who get on mics and they spout their opinions and they don't know what they're talking about. This is why Mark Lamont Hill and Flip was about to engage in fisticuffs because Flip... because Flip don't understand what a $5 word means, and all of a sudden he taking it as disrespect.
And gets mad. Legit gets mad.
Like, how dare you come on, you have a huge following, and you come on and you say these things, and you don't even know what you're talking about.
Right.
You don't know what you're talking about. This is how we get here. This is how we get here. This is how we get Trump in office.
Mm-hmm.
This is how we lose. This is how we have each state choosing who gets the abortion or not.
Right.
This is how we get to this is how we get to Abuela and them getting deported. This is how we get to.
Correct.
This is how we get to ICE raiding black neighborhoods in fucking Chicago.
Girl.
Because you get online and you're talking about something and you loud and you wrong and you think that people should listen to you. You think people should listen to you because you got a penis. And you got some bass in your voice. That's crazy to me.
Literally. I've been seeing the clips from Stephen A. Smith. Like I said, this was just one of several. And it caught several people's attention. It caught Willie D from the hip hop group Ghetto Boys. It caught the attention of Tamika Mallory. It caught the attention of Angela Rye and Tiffany Cross, Bakari Sellers, and former Florida governor candidate Andrew Gillum. Because it's like, what are you talking about? It was interesting because Bakari Sellers said on the Native podcast, he said, I've never heard Stephen A. What did he say? He said, I've never heard Stephen A. actually defend a black woman.
Right.
So first is Jasmine Crockett. Then you had to be schooled by Serena Williams' husband because you said something about her performing at the Super Bowl. And her husband got on ESPN in your spot because you were virtual that day and said, oh, you've never been married before, right? Oh, okay. So that's like me taking advice from you on marriage. I'm not going to, I can give advice on how to start $1 billion company.
Clock it.
But for you to sit here and talk about how my wife should be acting or how my wife should be doing things when you've never had the opportunity to call, or no woman has given you the opportunity to call her your wife. And it's the same for politics. Now, granted, that's your opinion. But at the end of the day, when you're sitting here yelling and screaming while you're talking about how Jasmine Crockett allegedly does the same thing, the difference is she's doing all that hollering and yelling and speed typing on her phone because she's pissed about what's being done for the people that voted her in office, like redistricting in her state.
Yes.
She has the right to say that. You can't speak on that because you don't know. First of all, you don't live in Texas. And at the end of the day, you are, how much is ESPN paying you?
I don't know. Clearly
so
not
you're
enough.
in a whole different tax bracket. Whole different tax bracket than what the people of Houston or Jasmine Crockett, I believe she's of the 18th district, is fighting for. So shut the fuck up. And it's interesting to me because
he has no experience with this.
And you're an HBCU grad, dog.
Listen, coons are everywhere. They're everywhere.
Like you just can't. That clip, it pissed me off. I was like, dude, come on, dog. And then I saw that he was so now he has a response for all the
He put up another
because
video.
he was getting backlash. Not Stephen Curry. He was really responding to all the criticism that he was getting from what he said. And he said, hold on, I'm gonna pull up. Now he's on the show, but I'm just gonna read the quote of what he's saying.
Okay.
This educated, brilliant black woman representing over 750,000 people is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets. And that's fine when you're in the streets. How many of you are able to think that for a second, that you're able to bring street verbiage to Capitol Hill and that's going to work with you? You literally have Republicans telling the networks, please, please, please put her front and center on camera. Why would they do that? Because they know it wins for them. So now what he's saying is that
Sharelle, please don't blow smoke up my ass with that.
that's what he said.
All of a sudden now that he's trying to change the trajectory on that to make it seem like he's trying to protect her. Please don't piss me off because that's not exactly. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I got to head.
No, you're absolutely correct.
You was not trying to protect her.
Yep.
That's not even your MO. You wanted her to shut the fuck up. Say that.
Yep. He also said, so now he's he's also defending himself because people are calling for him to be canceled. And he said, the one thing that will never happen, I will never succumb to, I will never surrender to, is somebody intimidating and try to rally folks against me to call what I have said. Bump that. I ain't built that way. Facts are facts. Jasmine Crockett is a representative out of Texas who I believe hearts in the right place, is incredibly passionate, definitely intelligent, with a damn good resume. All I'm saying is that at some point in time, when you want to get things done, you got to walk across the aisle and deal with people that you don't want to deal with. So,
if I didn't need these glasses, I would break them in my hand right now. This is respect. This is hello. Can y'all hear me? That's respectability knocking at the door. That's respectability politics. You need to do it the right way. You need to do it the white way. Fuck out of here. Fuck Stephen A. Smith.
And for somebody who has, and I know that Stephen A. Smith didn't build, he didn't just walk into ESPN and just became.
Sure.
You had to fight to get to where you are today. So for you to actually suggest that this woman, out of all the education and experience that she has, is just gonna in the time that we're living in right now politically, if you think it's just easy for her to walk on the Senate floor and just be like, "Hey, House Speaker Johnson, Marjorie Taylor Greene," I just think that we can really, let's work together and I apologize. Fuck off.
This is exactly what happens when you don't know what you're talking about. This is how you end up here.
Fuck off.
This is how we end up here. Loud, wrong, and on the mic.
I don't see you having that same energy for Hakeem Jeffries, who literally got into a shouting match with another New York Republican lawmaker. I don't see you having that same smoke for Byron Donalds. I don't see you having that same, it's only a little bit of them. I don't see you having that same smoke for Tim Scott. I don't see you having that same smoke for Wesley Hunt. I don't see you having the smoke for none of them. But when it comes to Jasmine Crockett, Angela Brooks, all the other black women sitting in Senate, you got a bunch of shit to say. Not to mention you coming for Serena Williams.
If you hate black women, just say that and let's all move on with our fucking day.
I mean, it's at this point.
Just say that. Just say that. Just say that.
I hope when you go to Winston-Salem State's homecoming that they hear what you're saying about women that look like them.
And that's the problem. The problem is that he went to Winston-Salem.
It's all love for Winston-Salem Rams, you know what I'm saying, or HBCU, except for him. Because how are you going back to homecoming and talking to young black women and young black men who are looking up to you, and you sitting here talking about this bullshit?
Right.
So you're not going to succumb to anybody calling for you to get canceled, but you want Jasmine Crockett to kiss the ring. Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Got it.
Right.
Last but certainly not least, speaking of kissing the ring, North Carolina.
Damn.
I am embarrassed that I had faith in you.
Damn.
I think it was because y'all did the right thing and got Mark Robinson up out of here that I was like, you know what? Go Tar Heel State. But, yep. So, like we just talking about redistricting, what was happening in Alabama, what was happening in Texas, all these things. Now it has shifted its way into the Tar Heel State. And a bunch of North Carolina Republican leaders literally said that they are going to do what Donald Trump says and give him the 5 Republican seats that he's called for. Okay? I'm going to read this. The North Carolina Republican legislative leaders announced plans on Monday to vote next week on redrawing the state's U.S. House district map, taking up President Donald Trump's call to secure more GOP states nationwide and resist viral moves by Democrats. Now, this is coming from the smoke from Gavin Newsom, who said when Donald Trump asked for the redistricting maps, Gavin Newsom was like, oh, well, we're just going to do the same thing with Democrats. And then Kathy Hochul said the same thing. And Governor Wes Moore said the same thing. So now, months later, here comes North Carolina Republicans like, oh, we're going to do it. And I quote on Twitter, this is what they said. So this is from Senator Phil Berger. Earlier today, NC Speaker Hall, so the North Carolina Speaker Destin Hall, and I agreed to return to Raleigh to back up Donald Trump by redrawing our congressional map in North Carolina to block blue state Democrats like Gavin Newsom who want to take control of Congress from Republicans.
This shit's giving me a headache. No,
facts. Republicans created a map in 2023 that resulted in GOP candidates winning 10 of the state's 14 U.S. seats in 2024. That compared to a 7-7 seat split between Democrats and the GOP under the map that was used in 2022. Now, only one of the House districts, the first district, which is currently represented by Democratic Congressman Don Davis, is considered a true swing district, and that could be targeted by the GOP for an 11th seat. Davis won a second term last year by less than 2% of the votes, so shifting slightly portions of the district covering more than 20 northeastern counties could help a Republican candidate in a strong GOP vote, in a strong GOP year. But it can also weaken the districts.
This is, I feel like every day is some new shit with these Republicans. Like, I don't like it.
Well, it kind of goes, there's a lot going on, and I really need y'all to pay attention to what's happening. So let's see, recording comes out Thursday. On December 15th, the Supreme Court is set to hear a very controversial case that could really pretty much gut the Voting Rights Act. Okay? This is serious, y'all. So there's a case called Louisiana versus Callis. I wrote about it last week. I'm just going to read this because I can't find my story, but I'm just going to read this from MSNBC. So the Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments in the case of Louisiana versus Callis. It is just the latest in a series of Republican-led attacks on the Voting Rights Act. Okay, the case challenges a congressional map that Louisiana adopted in 2024 to comply with the Voting Rights Act. That map created 2 majority black districts out of a total of 6 districts in Louisiana. Okay, the previous map had only 1 majority black district, even though Black Louisiana make up like a third of the state's population, right? So then in 2022, a group of 12 12 Black Louisiana voters came together. They went to federal court arguing that they only have one district, right? And the court actually sided, with them because in Section 2 of the Voting Right Act, there's a provision that says, hold on, what is basically saying that like they're guaranteed another voting district, right?
Okay.
So if the court rules in the favor of these anti-voting right, because that's who Callus is, Anti-Voting Rights Act, it could set a dangerous precedent and effectively cancel out Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act.
Repeat that section one more time.
So if the court rules in the plaintiff's favor, which is Callus, it could set a dangerous precedent and effectively cancel out Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act, which
And
basically
what is Section
2 of the Voting Rights Act, which gives voters another district. So like basically if the Supreme Court, and this is just hearing arguments, it's not saying that it's going to happen, but the issue, my thing is the timing of this case, because we're coming up on primaries. So if they decide to rule in the plaintiff or Callus's favor, think about what that can do to primary elections come next year.
Right.
And then also that can put, Republicans are already in control. So that will put them in control pretty much forever.
This is all in motion to make sure that he's able to run for a third term. Y'all know this, right?
That will be next.
Oh my God. Oh my Sharelle, what the fuck, bruh? What the fuck?
So between North Carolina, Louisiana, Alabama, Texas, and this is, I'm not prepared to get on my soapbox about voting just yet. Like, holla at me in 2026. But I swear to God, if I ever catch anybody saying that they don't vote, I'm gonna put you in a headlock for real. Because this is the problem. Y'all are the problem.
Yeah.
You sitting here talking about we have no voting power. You sitting here protesting at Kamala Harris's book tours when she not the fucking president of the United States. That she can do something now. She could have.
She could have if y'all had voted for her. Please don't piss me off. We already talked about that last week, and I'm getting hot thinking about it again. Cause
yeah. So now the Supreme Court, which is already very GOP leaning, very GOP leaning.
Yes. And that goddamn coon, Clarence Thomas.
Yeah.
God, he makes me sick. This is so terrifying.
So the lawsuit, the Black voters argued that the congressional map with just one majority Black district limited their voting power, just like what happened in Alabama. The new map with two majority Black districts was meant to fix that. But now this group of self-described non-African American voters is trying to turn this argument on its head, making its own argument that the new map with two majority Black districts is essentially, get this, sis, is essentially violating its civil rights and counts as racial discrimination against non-Black voters.
But discrimination doesn't exist anymore. Remember, like that. We don't have to.
It only doesn't exist when it comes to like
Black stuff.
Yeah. I didn't mean to make y'all upset. I just need y'all to pay attention to what's going on.
Yeah. You need to lock in.
Because, like, seriously.
You need to lock in.
Y'all sitting here. People call me crazy because I watch Selma during Black History Month, and honestly, anytime it comes on TV. And sometimes it's just as a reminder as to what the fuck happened beforehand and now what we're fighting against. Imagine if John Lewis was still alive. Try explaining this to him when he got his ass beat crossing that bridge in Selma. Try explaining that to him. That it was all for nothing. Because y'all didn't want to have a black woman in the office.
Damn. No. Listen, man. I saw a video today of a white man who is a single father of 4 boys and a dog.
Damn.
Who's can't afford groceries and he's upset. He wants Trump to do something.
Did you vote for him?
Every single time.
Then deal with it.
I keep telling y'all, racism and misogyny is expensive.
This is what I'm saying is like I was so proud of North Carolina for getting Mark Robinson about it. I really was. Like, y'all don't know what that meant to me.
That I knew he's a nigger. Like I knew he wasn't gonna make it. He's a nigga who's a coon. He wasn't going. That wasn't something I was worried about.
I ain't gonna front. I was.
You was worried?
I was a little concerned. But
were you really?
I was a little concerned because I just don't trust. I don't trust it. But when y'all made that the first call of the night, I said, "Wow." Mm-hmm. And I always called North Carolina a purple state because somebody said something like, "Oh, it's a red state." Like, no, it's a purple state.
It's a purple state for sure.
This whole state majority voted for Donald Trump, did not vote for Kamala Harris, but you voted for Governor Stein, the state's first Jewish governor in the history, over Mark Robinson, who in all his coonism still has black skin.
I still believe those election results were stolen. Because, please don't piss me off. Don't piss me off. But
so y'all were cool. Y'all were cool with Donald Trump because he's white. Mm-hmm. And as much shit as y'all talk about Jewish people, we don't even get Jewish holidays off. You elect the Jewish governor.
They sure did.
Which I'm all for. I have no problem with Josh Stein. I think he's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So now here we are.
Here.
We got 2 leaders that's like, oh, yeah, we're going to give Donald Trump what he wants.
Damn.
And it's happened before. There is a former politician that actually talked about his experience with being pretty much gerrymandered out of his seat. Wiley Nickel, he said, I've seen this movie before. He said, I've seen this movie before and I didn't like the ending. North Carolina Republicans gerrymandered me out of my seat and cost Democrats control of Congress. Now they're coming for Don Davis. They couldn't beat him at the ballot box, so they're going to cheat. That's not democracy. It's rigging the system.
Yeah. Right. None of this is democracy anymore. This is all rigging the system. None of this is democracy. None of this is democratic at all. Telling all the states, Republican states, to do redistricting so that you can pick up what that's. I think. Obviously, America and Black people have a very long line of redistricting and redlining, and so like, I feel ways about redistricting, which obviously I should, you know. Yeah. You know, we've talked about how they would redistrict over at A&T and split the campus up
which is mind-boggling.
When we were at A&T, and they probably still doing it to this day, they would redistrict before the elections. They would redistrict that area, and the school's big. They would redistrict it because it was too many blacks. Obviously, it was too many blacks in that area. They didn't want that. They would split the school. So if you were on one side of the campus, you was voting in one polling location. Yeah, it was you was voting in another polling location. If you were on the other side, you were voting in a different polling location. And so, like, if you think about something as simple as that and like how that affects us, you know, like how redistricting is so racist that depending on how many black people you have in your district can either set you from going blue or red. That's how you know. That's how you know how powerful we are. They are doing they're doing everything in their power to keep us apart, and they're willing to redistrict. You might look up tomorrow and your redistrict is split down the middle of your fucking road.
Literally.
And while your most recent polling place was maybe at the next light, now you gotta go across town to vote because someone redistricted because there was too many niggas in the area. Get the fuck out of here. That's crazy.
And not to mention that in some areas people have limited transportation. So how are they even getting to these polls? Like they know exactly what the fuck they're doing. But it's literally up to us. I don't know how John Lewis and Rosa. I don't know how they did this. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know how they did this. Like every day having to fight for just like your civil fucking rights.
I think I would have started a drug habit.
I don't know how they did this.
There's no way being sober and constantly doing this would drive me crazy.
I mean, no, seriously. Because I'm like...
I would have to... Let's do a line or two. Because I don't...
Because, like, Bloody Sunday happened, and then it went back.
Yes. Because you gotta keep fighting.
The difference is Lyndon B. Johnson was like, okay, y'all are wildin'.
Yeah.
Our president is like, no, keep going. Do it again.
Exactly. And that, bingo, he has no...
That's the difference.
Because he's a narcissist. And when you're a narcissist, you don't have any sympathy for anybody.
It's weird.
I know.
Anyways.
I know.
That's all we got for politics. And that's enough.
And it is indeed enough.
Hopefully, they are saying with that case with Louisiana versus Callis, it's unlikely that we will have an actual ruling before like the primary elections take off. I mean, there are some that are getting ready to happen, beforehand, but they don't think it's good. They're just hearing arguments. They're just hearing arguments. So,
yeah,
hopefully none of them have been paid under the table. I don't know. Let's just
I
pray.
don't know either.
That's really all we can do.
Amen. All right, we got just like two things. Yeah, we got two things. First, this news hit the streets today, and
bruh,
man,
yeah,
you fucked the city up with this one.
Literally.
D'Angelo, the singer, has passed away at the age of 51 due to pancreatic cancer. Man. First of all, 51 is so young.
Young.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, right after Angie Stone, who just passed away.
Yeah.
So
that is crazy.
I know their son is.
Yeah, to lose both your parents in a year.
Keep them lifted in prayer. It's a rough year. It's gonna be rough for him.
Right.
But all the blacks are, devastated by this news, myself included. I have fond memories of listening to D'Angelo when my mom used to work in radio, and I've got memories of living in DC and like things like that, and hearing Brown Sugar Babe. You know what I'm saying? Like I have very fond memories.
Me too.
I think I would even go as far as to say my sexual awakening was the How Does It Feel video. I'd never. I was like, oh, this is a thing.
I think every black household when that video came out, it's like, you hear the song, you're like, what? How old was we when that song came out? 8, 9?
Let's see. D'Angelo, How Does It Feel? D'Angelo, how...
What year was that?
Let me see. I'm trying to pull it up right now. It came out in... Move, thing. That album came out in 2000.
Oh. So I was
released.
12.
Yeah. So then I must have been 14. Which is right. I was a weirdo for a long time. So yeah. 14. No, I was. I gotta live in my truth. I was a weirdo for a long time. Okay. Yeah. So I remember seeing that video and thinking like, oh my God. And being this close to the camera, like, oh, what's going down there? Like
I remember seeing that video, and I'm just seeing a man with a shirt off. Like I'm not seeing a man with a shirt off. But at 12, and then that camera started to pan out a little more. It was like,
Yo, it was so intimate. It was so intimate.
That was the like. They don't make. They'll never make music videos like that anymore. You know, especially when you got people like Solange. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm still mad about that. But anyway, yeah, this was.
This is shocking. I didn't even know he had cancer. I didn't know he was sick.
So apparently, it was a silent battle. You know, a lot of the music world knew about it. Even Maxwell replaced him at a recent festival, and literally gave D'Angelo his flowers. It was a very emotional moment for him on stage. So maybe he knew a little something beforehand. That wasn't a pun on Maxwell.
No, I feel like it was.
It wasn't. I promise you. Like, I just realized what it said. I was like, okay. So, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen. Like, just be listening to D'Angelo a little bit more. Yeah. But I just want to say this because somebody posted. Y'all know I write, and when it happened, there was an article that came out not too far after that was talking about just Black men and their health, especially in the music industry, because we're losing a lot of these legends and greats at semi-early ages to preventable diseases like Irv Gotti. We know that he wasn't the best manager, and what he did to Ashanti, we know all that. But he was only 60 years old, and he was sick. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that he just, you know what I mean? So as we are getting into November, which is like Men's Health Month, I really want people to like start looking at, you know, the losses of D'Angelo and all these other, you know, greats that we have. I mean, still Chadwick Boseman still to this day. It's like
to this day.
Okay.
Yes.
Niggas was like, oh, he lost a lot of weight. Oh, it's just for a movie role. No. Take care of yourselves, dog.
And I would implore, you know, listen, they're gonna do what they want to, but I implore, you know, I definitely yelled at a couple of male friends of mine who was like, oh, I don't want to, you know, if I get sick, I don't want to know. And I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I literally was like, are you crazy? What do you mean you don't want to know? When you could have prevented something and you don't want to know?
I personally think that there's a lot of people, it's not just black men. I think Black women are like that too. You know, October, here we are, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Like, ladies.
Yeah. Get your tits out.
Go get them titties checked. And now I understand while we're sitting here waiting for the government to stop acting like some fuckheads when it comes to healthcare. But there are other resources if you are not insured. And I say this is facts. They have mobile buses that will come around. You can schedule a mammogram. Okay? Like, seriously. Breast cancer is one of the leading causes of death in Black women. Okay? And a lot of women are being detected. In early ages, they actually want you to get detected or tested or get your first mammography at 40 unless you have family history. I had to start getting mine at 35.
I got my first one at 38. Like 2 years ago.
I got mine at 35.
Last year. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the first time. Yeah.
I mean, it's a horrible experience. Don't let me tell you anything wrong. It's horrible.
They're going to flatten that titty like a pancake.
It's absolutely horrible. You can't wear deodorant. There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah. And God forbid you're flat chested. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's rough.
I always thought about that.
It was rough getting my little boob up there. It was rough. I was basically in the machine.
No, look, I understand. But but please, ladies, get your tests. Men, go to the damn doctor, okay?
Go to the doctor, no.
I understand.
Please.
We hear the Dr. Sebbies of the world. We understand all that. Got it. But please go to the doctor. Get your prostate checked. It's not gay. Go get your shit checked out.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Rest in peace to D'Angelo. Sending lots of love and prayers to his family, his son. And yeah, you know, I think one of the best ways to celebrate an ancestor, he's an ancestor now.
I don't
celebrate
like that.
him. Celebrate him. You know, listen to his music.
I don't like it. I don't like
that you said that.
Listen.
We become ancestors when we cross
I
over.
don't like that. I don't like that you said
We'll
that.
all be ancestors one day. And I personally, I'm coming down to haunt niggas. Woogie boogie nigga. I'm sorry.
Not Woogie Woogie. Woogie Woogie. Woogie. Okay. Keep going.
We got one more thing on the list.
Jesus.
I sent sis this video because you know what? You need to know that there is everything is related to racism in this country, and this was a shocking revelation to me. So if you may or may not have I'm listening. This is for anybody have heard the "Putting on the Ritz" song. You've heard it. You've heard it in some way, shape, or form. It is connected to racism. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, Shawty.
Surprise, Sade. So let me see if I can share the screen. Yeah, and it was so funny. It came across my page, and I was like, oh my God, I've heard this song plenty of times.
Right.
And then next thing I know, it's just, yeah. All right, here we go.
Everything in the United States of America is built off of some form of racist history, no matter what. So I'm looking at the video of the guy Taco who remade the song Putting on the Ritz in the 80s, right? So I'm like, what does it even mean to put on the Ritz? What is, me going down a rabbit hole. So I look up, what does it mean to put on the Ritz? Well, guess what comes up? Taco's video originally had people in the background with blackface. But so I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Where did this come from, right? So they say, well, he's from the Netherlands, and the Netherlands has some type of festival or something where they still do blackface to this day and something, right? So I'm like, okay, so he's not American. I don't know what this is about. Let me go further down the rabbit hole. So then I hit a Reddit forum. Reddit is my jam. Every time I hit a Reddit forum, it's up. So I hit a Reddit forum. The original song in the 1920s by Irving Berlin, right? Why was he dry? He was dry hating on black folks that was getting down like that. You know that Harlem Renaissance painting? He was hating on black people. That was the whole song about it. He basically was saying putting on the Ritz means putting on the front. This was really pissed me off. He telling other white people, if you feeling sad, come on, let's go laugh at the black people who spending their last money and trying to dress up and look like famous white actors. This man was recruiting racist haters. He said, if you're blue, don't know what to do, where to go, why don't you go where Harlem glitz, putting on the Ritz. Let's go watch the fronters and pump fakers. That's what he said. Spangled gowns upon the bevy of high browns. Me. What's high browns? Light skins. Light-skinned black people. Ha! He said, come with me. We'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits putting on the Ritz. I'll smack him right now. Dig him up!
So, okay. Are you about to ask a question?
Is Sinners a play on this?
I'm not. When was the Great Depression?
The 1920s, 30s. 20s, 30s.
And then the Harlem Renaissance was around that same time.
Correct. Hold on, wait. Let me just make sure I'm double check the Great Depression.
Because
not Great Deli.
yes, Great Deli love sandwiches.
Yes, 1929 to 1939.
And then the Harlem Renaissance was when?
Harlem Renaissance was in the 1920s, 1930s.
Right. Okay. So that song came out in 1929. Now, the Great Depression and the Harlem Renaissance happened at the same time. And a lot of black people at the time had money because they wasn't able to put their monies in banks. So,
correct.
Black Americans at that time, we funded this country, okay? So, go with me on this. It's the Great Depression. I don't got no money. I'm feeling sad and blue. Let me go down to Harlem to see these niggas in they fucking suits, zooted and booted, trying to be like they white people. Let me see them
It's always
putting on the
my thing.
wrist.
Who said we trying to be like y'all? Who said that?
I said, oh, this is nasty work. And you know, that taco, if that thing comes, I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time
Yeah.
on TikTok. All the time. And I was floored. I was floored.
When you sent that to me, I was like,
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
and then you're telling me that they still do this to this day.
Oh, you ain't heard about the Netherlands girl? Yes. Yeah.
So I just learned that Amsterdam was a city in the okay. And wait a minute, before all y'all judging me or y'all judging up in here, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Amsterdam was a city in Netherlands. I thought Amsterdam was the country.
This is rich coming from you.
It is, and ask Simone because I said I think I need to apologize to Sierra because clearly.
Right, about the Alaska fiasco? Yes.
No, I'm not apologizing to you about that. No, absolutely not. I will never. But for other, like, geographical things, like, because I can't talk shit if I didn't know that Amsterdam was only a city.
I always knew that.
Oh. Well, get them out of here anyway if they having blackface festivals
every year, and they be like, "No, it's not the racist."
So then, what is the meaning of? That's what I think when people want to when people deflect from racism. I'm like, okay, so then what is the meaning of it? You know what blackface is, like to the point where like if you've been to the museum, the Smithsonian in DC.
In DC,
that room, very uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable in that room. I was like, oh my God. Like, and people would have these in their house. You see these in antique shops and stuff. And it's like, oh, wow. No. No. That's crazy.
It is.
But shout outs to that. First of all, who was she talking to? I want to know who she was talking to.
I don't know who she was talking to, too.
Like who was she talking to?
I want to know who she was.
Like, yeah. I can appreciate people like her, even you, that like y'all go down rabbit holes. Like, this is not sitting right with me real quick. You know, I just need to figure out like why this doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I can always appreciate people like that because this is how certain things come to light. So, you know, for y'all that still traveling to Amsterdam and all that stuff like that, maybe think again.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy indeed. Little history lesson for y'all. Remember, racism is in everything. That's it for this week's show.
It's so sad.
Yeah. It sucks, but you know, what are you gonna do? So surprise, we have 2 reviews actually.
Surprise.
On Facebook, which yes, we do check our Facebook. Yeah,
we do check the Facebook.
We do check the Facebook. And then we also have one on YouTube. So I'm going to read the one on Facebook because I have it pulled up already. This is from KJ Porter. KJ said, "Here, so y'all can quit yelling at me because damn." He said, "LOL, nah, but for real, I love this podcast so much and y'all stay having me cackling. I'm rarely listening when I'm stationary, and you know a lot of our memories really just ain't shit. An episode was wrapping as I was walking in, so I ran straight here to finally be able to leave a review. Speaking on behalf of all your loyal listeners, charge it to our heads and not our hearts. Stay safe out here and keep being y'all because we love it here. And please never stop telling your jokes, Sharelle, because they do hit. And if they don't, Sierra's reaction got it every time." Thank you, KJ, for the here damn review. I'll take it. And then we also got a review on our political psychosis episode.
Oh.
Johnson's District, yes, Johnson's District. They said the sound, video quality, and virtual authenticity is what I can appreciate from my favorite podcast. I was only slightly nervous about the pod not being the both of you in the same room, but I was going to watch regardless. And honestly, I love the setup. As always, 5 stars. Period. Period. I want to shout out to KJ and Johnson's District, because when we tell y'all to leave a review, it don't have to be on the Apple page. KJ finally went to the page, to the Facebook page. And then how long has it been following the Facebook page? I don't know. I'm gonna give them a break because they did it. But the Facebook page is available. The YouTube comments are available. The SoundCloud is available. Sis, you on mute.
I love it.
Yeah. There are plenty of ways to leave a review. You could even leave it on one of the comments. Or you can leave it on our DMs on Instagram, wherever.
I feel like some people they'll comment on, we post different things. They'll comment, and maybe we don't look at the comments as much as we should because we are looking for those 5-star reviews.
We do, and I want to say actually we probably did miss one, and I was like, "Oop, I need to remember that."
Damn.
Yeah, but I don't know where it is now, so sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
But yeah,
That's what's up. I love that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys both. Thank you. Now, the rest of you. Because we was begging for what, 4 or 5 weeks? 4 or 5 weeks?
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna go too hard.
Though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, we did. We did. But don't ever let us go 4 or 5 weeks again. Like,
what points are made. Yep.
Show us some respect.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah. Right.
Okay,
exactly.
we're stressed enough as is. We're in a shutdown. We got other things going on. We don't need the stress from you guys.
Right.
Okay.
So
it only takes you a minute.
It takes a minute. You know what I'm saying? You spend 5 minutes doing worse shit. You have. Don't lie. Anyway, listen, we're on a bunch of things. We're on Blue Sky at Head Wrap Pod. We're on Instagram at Head Wraps and Lipstick. Check out our Facebook page where you can leave reviews like KJ Porter did at Head Wraps and Lipsticks. Go to our website, www.headwrapsandlipsticks.com, where we have crew necks and t-shirts that are for sale but not on sale. Where we have a Cash App, $ Head Wrap Pod, and then we are on a whole bunch of Spotify, SoundCloud, Google, Apple Pod. We are wherever podcasts are available.
No, literally. That's not like bootleg.
No, literally.
All you have to do is Google Head Wraps and Lipsticks, and everything will pop up, including our link tree. We even made it simple for you. We have a link tree that you can, you know what I'm saying? There's no way that you can't be like, oh, well, I don't know where to find you. And I'm even talking to the boomers that's listening. They're going
to be like, what's a link tree? And you know what? I can't help you with that.
You know what? I do need to tell you something offline. Speaking of that, but anyway, too much.
Sis, you got a joke?
I do. I have a joke.
You're way too excited. Okay, here we go.
What did the nut say to the other nut that it was chasing?
I'm about to bust a nut.
No. I'm a cashew. Get it?
I got
it. Cashew. I'm a cashew.
Yeah.
Get it? Mm-hmm. Get it?
I got it.
And I think you're going to be probably even more upset when you find out who it came from. That came from Sean Jay's wife.
This is nasty.
Mrs. Sean Jay.
Wow. You know what's crazy? I've never beefed out with a whole family before, but it's a new day for everything.
Listen. She
believe
literally said, and I quote,
beefing with a whole family.
I said, that's perfection. Crazy. She said, Sierra is definitely going to cancel me and Sean. I said, she might.
Yeah. Y'all are done for it. Wow. I've never had beef with a couple. There's a first time for everything.
That's crazy.
So
I think it's hilarious. I'm a cashier.
Nasty work. I've never been beefed out with a couple before. And wow.
That's funny.
Wow.
Oh God.
I really want it better for her.
Damn.
I did. Wow.
Hilarious.
It was just as bad as a Sean J joke. So I
Nah,
don't
that was
even-
hilarious. That was hilarious. And you must admit, the one that Sean J gave, like, the comments were like, come on, sis.
It wasn't funny. If it was
You're
funny, I
by
would have
yourself.
laughed.
Everybody thought it was funny. You were
I
by
feel like
yourself.
y'all are starting to gaslight me. I feel like I'm being gaslit. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll see y'all next week. Peace out. Bye.
Bye.